What's up? What's up? Hey, I'm Tory Lockett, and I'm with the Built for Wealth Academy, and I'm sitting here with my man Tim Mercer. And tell me the company name, Tim.
Yeah, so I'm Tim Mercer. I'm with Cading One. We're a direct hard money lender here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Definitely. So what I want to talk with you guys about is what we both offer that's going to be amazing to you guys. If you're a business owner, if you're a 9-to-5 professional, and you're looking to get into real estate to buy your first fix and flip or your next fix and flip or buy and hold, whatever it is that you want to do, we got it for you. So basically what we do is we actually help you raise the funding first. That's step one. So that means you need to at least have a 680 credit score or better. And what we do is help you raise 0% interest business funding up to $250,000. And we use that money so that you can have a down payment or you can have reserves. And what Tim do is actually give you the purchase money and the rehab money to get your first deal or your next deal. Tim, so explain to me exactly what you guys offer that can connect with what we offer so that we can help the audience understand what we actually do.
Absolutely, yeah. So obviously as a direct private money lender, we work with fix and flippers, new builders, real estate entrepreneurs who are looking for funding for their projects, right? Mm-hmm. We're not brokers. I want to make that perfectly known because there are a lot of people out there who are brokers that are calling themselves lenders. We're a direct lender. So we lend off our own balance sheet, right? So we give them the funding for those projects. We'll give them funding to help with the acquisition of the property, as well as 100% funding on the actual rehab, right?
And that's amazing.
That's good, right? So our goal is to really to help aspiring real estate professionals who are getting in this game, to help them to get into the game, help them to be able to move those.
But not just real estate professionals, but we just talking about what small business owners,
yeah, small business owners,
9-to-5 professionals.
Absolutely,
because we don't want to leave nobody out. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah. I mean, anyone that's really trying to get into real estate and to use real estate as a way to grow wealth. Absolutely. We can help them with that type of funding, help them with the project. And because we've been in this game for a long time, I mean, some like yourself, you know, there's a lot of expertise that we can bring to the table. So we're not just kind of lender that just want to hand over the money to them, but we want to be able to help educate and help them structure the deals right?
That's right.
To ensure that the projects are successful.
Makes sense. So, and the good news is that the mentorship that we offer connects with what Tim's doing. For example, we help you find your first property. You get to use our resources. Of course, Tim as a lender makes him feel very comfortable, because if I was in Tim's shoes, that would make me feel comfortable. If I got a first-time investor and you want to do a deal, but you got a mentor that's going to walk you through this, that's done that 100 times or more.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, that would definitely work for me. So, Tim, what's the first step?
Well, the first step, I mean, obviously this whole program that we're putting together with you, the first step obviously is the fact that these individuals are coming through you, right?
Absolutely. That's
because I think that's very important, because we know your track record. We know that you built and rehab many homes, you know, within Georgia and in Alabama. So we know that expertise. So if they're coming through your program, that gives us a lot of comfort, right? That helps me to be able to help manage the risk. So the first step is obviously getting connected with you, right? Going through your program so that we know that they have the knowledge about what you're doing, right?
Absolutely.
And then of course, like we've done for some of your students already, we just basically have them to fill out an application, right? You get that application over to us, and we then kind of vet the deal. We know that the deal is pretty much already vetted because
I've done my homework.
You've done your homework, right?
Absolutely.
So we obviously will do a little more due diligence on our end just to make sure that the deal is structured right.
That's right.
And as you know, we provide a full-blown deal analysis, right? Which is also important because that helps us understand all the numbers from the deal.
That's right.
From front to back, all the way through how much profit the individuals will make, the type of return on investment.
Which is really good.
Right.
So what's the turnaround time on an individual once we get to your side of the table? What's that turnaround time look like on average?
On average, it's anywhere from between 10 to maybe 15 business days.
Got it.
The long haul obviously is the appraisal.
Gotcha.
Right? But obviously we're working now within Georgia and in Alabama, right? So the program is only for Georgia and Alabama.
Absolutely.
So obviously we have appraisers that are on the ground that can help expedite those
That is true.
appraisals. And so anywhere from 10 to 15 days.
And that's the good thing about having all the resources. Because if you can come in, because if I could have did this when I first got into the real estate game, this would have been a game changer for me.
Yeah.
To come in and raise the funding, have a step-by-step process on being able to have all the resources, keep from making all the mistakes that I made.
Absolutely.
That's genius.
Absolutely. No, I think it's vitally important for first-time investors who are wanting to get in the game to have a mentor, because you're able to help them. You know where all the landmines are, right?
Absolutely.
You know where all the things that could trip them up or is at, right?
That is absolutely right.
And as you know, when you're doing these projects, I mean, you have a certain amount of time that you need to get these things completed in order to be able to get the returns that you're looking for.
That is out. And speaking of that, what type of returns have we been looking at? Matter of fact, on the last one, can you explain how that turned out?
Yeah, no, that was so this is the deal that we're doing with a young lady in Alabama. I like that deal because the price point was right on point, right? I think we're purchasing the home for $87,000 and about $50,000 in rehab.
That's correct.
But the ARV on the property, that's the after repair value, is $195.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Great project in my opinion because that's a very comfortable spot to be in because she can get people to buy the home, rent it out if she wanted to, and things of that nature. But I think her investment in this deal is a little under $25,000. But when we complete the project, I think you estimated it to probably be about 90 to 120 days, right? When the project is completed, her total return on investment will be over 200%.
Absolutely, and explain that because if I got $20,000 or $25,000 into a deal, most people don't understand that, and I'm making $30,000 to $35,000. I'm way over what that because I'm leveraging someone else's money.
Absolutely,
So I'm able to get that type of return. Because some people will say, "No, ain't no way you can get that kind of return." But you get that kind of return when you leverage other people's money.
Absolutely.
Again.
Yeah. Because I mean, you think about it. I mean, she's putting up 20,000, 20 25,000. But when the project's completed, after her 20, 25,000 is paid back to her, and all her costs and everything, after all of that is consumed, right, in the deal, she's making $35,000 to $40,000.
That's correct.
Right.
That's correct.
So that's over and beyond what she put into the deal.
That's an infinite return. And for example, I got a young lady too. I just put into the program, and this young lady we helped her raise $60,000 in 0% interest business funding. Okay, she used this money to put down as a down payment and reserves. So the property was bought at $90,000 and she had to put $35,000 into the property. So she was like $125,000 into it, with the insurance maybe let's call it $130, okay, just to even it out. And this young lady is going to make a $40,000 profit because the house can sell between $190,000 and $200,000. So my point is, when she makes that kind of money, it doesn't matter if she made $10,000 out this deal because it's going to be an infinite return for her because she has $0 into it. She got business cards that's 0% interest for 12 months. Then she going to borrow the money from a guy like Tim, the purchase price and the rehab, so she has $0 into the deal.
That's right.
That's amazing to me.
That's amazing, yeah. That's amazing. That's how someone who got good credit can leverage and use their credit to make wealth, right?
That's right, absolutely.
And people like that who got good credit, or if you're someone that got money on an old 401k and things of that nature, there's ways you can actually leverage that money in the 401k and actually use that to get with someone like Tory and I and start using those funds to flip properties. Because you think about it, I mean, you only need maybe 3 or 4 projects a year to make a 6-figure income?
That is absolute, especially if you're looking at profits around maybe between, let's say, 25 and 50 per project.
Correct, yes.
That's absolute. And you got some people, to be honest, man, if you made $25,000 or $30,000 in 4 to 6 months, that's more than some people probably make a year on it. So some people just would be happy to make $30,000 or $40,000. If you did one property a year and made $50K off that property,
right,
that's life changing for some people. Yeah. If they can stay on their job, and they ain't got to do nothing different. They ain't doing nothing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's absolutely amazing, man, to me.
No, it is, yeah. And think about it, it's passive, right? Because I mean, you and your team does a lot of the work for them, right? I think that's an important thing for people to know is that they don't have to worry about finding the contractors. You don't have to worry about
That's right.
being out there with hammers and managing the contracts and things like that.
And you get to control the deal.
And you control still.
Because it's in your LLC.
That's right.
So if the house burn up, whatever it is, you still get paid, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's
their
very minimal. It's really no risk, to be honest with you, if you look at it.
Yeah.
Because you have an extra strategy as well now. Because guess what? Say the property for some reason don't sell within X amount of time. Guess what you can do?
Yeah.
You can do what we call a DSCR loan, and that just simply means a debt service coverage ratio loan. And that just means that your rent needs to cover the mortgage whenever you get this loan. Real simple. We ain't gonna make it complicated. But that's an extra strategy that I use once the property is, if you don't feel comfortable with the property selling at this moment, you can just hold it, get the money, rent it out, and cash flow.
Mm-hmm. Now, why do you like the, because I know, you've been building a lot in Alabama and Georgia, right? Why those markets, right?
Well, specifically Alabama, because Georgia has gotten a little more higher too. It's the price points. I like to stay within that $250,000 or below.
Yeah.
Those are the homes that's really are selling right now.
Yeah.
Beginner homes, that type of thing. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, either on a crawl space or a slab, that type of thing. Because the price points are, and once you start getting past $250,000, the cash flow shrinks.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Because the higher you go up, it's harder to rent a $3,000 house or
Correct.
$4,000 house, or, per month.
That's right.
Unless you're doing what they call the split pad or that type of thing. So that's why so at 1%, if I got a property that's $200,000 and I want to rent and I want to be able to make at least 1% of rent off of that property, that's $2,000 a month. That's doable.
Yeah.
But once you start getting over that threshold, it makes it difficult for a lot of people, and it kind of puts you at risk in terms of even getting that loan.
Yeah, I like that. I like the sweet spot of 250 and below because, like you said, it's easier. You can easily move those properties. You can either keep it and rent them out, or you can sell them. But that's the affordable home market, right?
Absolutely.
And what are we shortage of today, right? We're shortage of affordable homes.
Of affordable homes. Beginners at that.
Right.
Beginner homes.
Yeah, beginner homes. Yeah.
Absolutely. So listen, if you guys are interested in what me and Tim have just discussed, and you want to start building wealth through real estate using other people's money, here's what you can do. You can find me on all the social media channels at Built for Wealth. Tim.
Yes, and you guys can also reach me on my social media handles is Tim T. Mercer. That's both Facebook and IG. And my company's IG channel is Caden.1.